everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back, and thank you for supporting me. I'm Coretta. In this tutorial, I will show you how I used Htvront Clear Sublimation HTV to add this sublimation image to a 100% cotton shirt. For this tutorial, I used the glossy Htvront Sublimation HTV. I used a white 100% cotton Gilden shirt, and I used heat tape. This is Cricut heat tape. I also used my Epson EcoTank 2750 that I converted to sublimation to complete this project. Want to see how I did it? Come on, y'all. Let's get started. For this project, I have chosen images from Htvront. I will leave a link in the description below. Also, check out their other images and designs. They have an array of sublimation designs, embroidery designs, as well as laser and engraving designs. Feel free to use my affiliate link. I will leave it below. So here in Cricut Design Space, I will upload the images to the canvas. To upload the images, I am going to select Upload on the left-hand menu, and I am going to select Upload Image. I am going to browse to where the image is saved, and I am going to select the SVG image here that says nope, not today, and then I'm going to select Open. The file will upload as a cut image, and on the bottom right, I am going to select Upload. I also want to add a background to my image, but I will not be using the pattern feature. So I'm going to upload my background image. So I'm going to go back over. Well, I'm here, so I'm on Upload. I'm going to go to Upload Image. I am going to browse to where the background image is saved. I'm going to select my image, and then I'm going to select Open. The image is going to upload. I'm going to select Complex, and on the bottom right, I'm going to select Continue. Here, the image will upload. And it usually here is where you remove any parts of the image that you don't want. But since I want this entire background, I'm just going to select Apply and Continue. And then I'm going to select the Print Then Cut image. And on the bottom right, I'm going to select Upload. So now I've uploaded both images, and I am going to add them to the canvas. To add both images to the canvas, I'm going to select my first image. And while holding down the Shift key, I am going to select my second image. And then I'm going to let the Shift key go. And then I'm going to go to the bottom right menu, and I'm going to select Add to Canvas. So to start the project, I'm going to first work with my design. And this Nope, Not Today is the design that I am going to be working with. This is the design that I want on my shirt. And so I want this design to fit kind of large on my shirt. So I'm going to size the design to 11 inches wide proportionately. And so making sure that the entire design is selected. Let me zoom down a little so we can see that the entire design is selected. Again, hold on, because I just want to make sure that the entire design is selected. And on the top menu bar where it says size, I'm going to make sure that my proportion is locked. And then I'm going to change the width to 11. And what this does is it changes the size of the design to 11 inches wide, but it's going to proportionately change the height to make sure that the image isn't distorted. Next, I am going to position the camouflage background behind the design. I am going to select the background, and on the top menu, I am going to select Arrange, and I'm going to send it to the back. Next, I want to size the camouflage so that the Nope, Not Today fits on the background. So to size it, I am going to make sure that the background is selected. I am going to unlock my proportions, and then I am going to size this background to fit so that my design fits within the background itself. Now, to make sure that I can see the design, I'm going to change the color. So I'm going to select the Nope, Not Today design, and I'm going to change it to red, just so that we can see it on the background since they're both dark. And I'm just going to, again, position and size. Hold on, because I think my Nope, Not Today changed. So I'm going to leave that at 11, fix that, and then I'm going to select the background, and I am going to arrange the background again. So I just want to make sure that it is perfect for me. Okay. Now I know that I want to sublimate this design onto a 100% cotton shirt using the clear HTV sublimation hat. Because Cricut has the print then cut limitations, I want the design to be 11 inches wide, and that will exceed the Cricut Design Space print then cut limitations. So to get around that, I will need to break this design into pieces. And to do this, I am going to slice the design so that my design will be a camouflage design that is 11 inches wide. So on the layers panel, you can see that we have 7 layers. So we have the Nope, Not Today. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers plus the background, which makes 8. So to slice, Cricut only lets me select 2 objects at a time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select 1 layer at a time along with the background, and then I am going to slice. So working on the layers panel, I am going to select the N, and then I'm going to hold my shift key down, and I am going to select the background. And so I have 2 layers highlighted here. Then I am going to go to the bottom menu under the layers panel, and I am going to select slice. And what that does is it slices the end out of the camouflage background. I will do the same process for the remaining layers. So I'm going to select the O, and then I am going to hold my shift, and then I'm going to find my background layer. And this is the background layer here. I'm going to hold my shift key, and then I'm going to select the background layer, and then I'm going to select slice. I am going to locate my P and the background layer, holding my shift key down. I'm going to select the background layer, and then I'm going to select slice. And I'll just do that for the remaining ones again. So once I've sliced the layers, I can delete the pieces that I don't need. So I'm going to delete the red pieces, and I'm going to delete the background image. So I'm going to select the background image, and I'm going to hit delete on my keyboard. I'm going to select all the red pieces, and I am going to delete those pieces. So now that I've deleted the background and I've deleted all of the red layers, now I am left with just the camouflage layers. And this is the design that I want to sublimate onto my shirt. So again, I am using the the clear HTV sublimation hat. And so what I need to do is to sublimate this design onto the clear HTV, I need to make a duplicate copy of this design so that I can cut it with the clear HTV. To duplicate, I am going to select the entire design. And on the layers panel, I'm just going to group everything together so that it stays like that in this position on my canvas. And once I have everything together, I am going to select duplicate. And so that gives me a second layer. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit more. So this is my second layer. Now, because I will be cutting this layer with clear HTV, I'm going to change the operation of this layer from print then cut to basic. So I'm going to go up on the menu bar on the top, and I'm going to, under operations, I'm going to select the drop down menu, and I'm going to change this from print then cut to a basic cut. And now that it is a basic cut, I am also going to weld these pieces together so that they are one piece. So with the object, with the layer selected, I am going to go to the bottom menu under the layers panel. I'm going to select combine, and then I'm going to select weld. Now I have my sublimation design, and I have the design I will be cutting with the clear HTV. Now remember, once you duplicate the print then cut design, you cannot resize the print then cut design, nor can you resize the basic cut layer. So now that I have everything set, I am going to go to make it. Here on this screen, I have 3 mats. I have 2 print then cut mats. So that's 1, and that's 2. And then I have a basic cut mat, and that's the mat that is going to cut my clear HTV. The next thing I want to do is I want to select all of my mats, and I want to mirror the image on my print then cut and on my basic cut mat. I am going to mirror the image. And then I am going to hit continue. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to print out my print then cut images. So I'm going to select my first print then cut mat, and then I'm going to select send to printer. I'm going to select my sublimation printer, and I have the EcoTank 2750. I'm going to leave my bleed on, and then I'm going to select turn on the use system dialog. And then I'm going to hit print. Now that the system dialog box is open, I am going to select my sublimation printer. I am going to go to preferences. I am going to select my A-Sub Premium Presentation Matte preset. I'm going to check to make sure that my paper is letter 8.5 by 11. My paper type is on Premium Presentation Matte. I'm going to go to more options. And because I mirrored my image on my mat, I am going to turn off my mirror image option here. And then I'm going to select OK. So here, and once I do all of that, I am going to select print. So I'm going to print out my other print then cut mat. And then I'm going to come back and show you how I load the print and cut on the mat and how I load the clear HTV on the mat. Okay, so I have my images printed out. And so I am going to load them onto the mat. And so for the print and cut, the first mat, I am going to align my print to the left of the mat and also to the top of the mat. And I am using a light grip mat for this print and cut image. And then I'm going to load my next mat the same way, placing the image on, placing the paper on the left side of the mat, making sure it is aligned to the top and to the left. And you want to make sure that you place your paper on your mat the same way that the paper is set up on the computer. And then I'm going to use load the mat with the clear HTV. So for the clear HTV, there's a shiny side and there's a matte side. And so what you want to do is you want to load your mat with the clear HTV on the shiny side. So you want the shiny side down on the mat. And again, aligning the vinyl to the top and to the left edge of the mat. You just want to smooth it out. Make sure it's laid down. Make sure there are no bubbles in it. And you want to get no bubbles in it so that you can get a good cut. Okay, so we have all of our mats loaded here. So for the print then cut mats, I am going to cut this on a medium cardstock setting. And for the clear HTV, I am going to cut this on everyday iron-on. So I'm going to get these cut out and then I'll be back. Okay, so here I am at my heat press. I've lint rolled the shirt. I've pre-pressed the shirt. I've also gone ahead and placed the clear HTV on the shirt about 3 inches down from the collar. Now, according to the instructions, I am supposed to press this at 392 degrees for 10 to 20 seconds. I'm going to stay kind of in the middle, and I'm going to press for I'm going to press it for 15 seconds. So again, I'm going to press it at 392 degrees for 15 seconds. Hold on. Before I do that, I want to put a Teflon sheet on top. So let me grab my Teflon sheet, and I'm going to put a Teflon sheet on top. Okay. So now, again, 392 for 15 seconds. Okay, so the instructions also say that this is a cold peel, so I'm going to let this cool down, and I'll come back once it's cooled down. Okay, so our shirt has cooled down, and what I'm going to do is I am going to peel the carrier sheet from the shirt. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but there's like a shiny film down on top of the t-shirt, on top of the shirt. And so you can see where the clear HTV has been pressed onto the shirt. And so what I am going to do is I am going to take my pieces and I am going to lay them on top of the HTV, and then I am going to tape it down to the shirt. So I want to make sure this is lined up as close to perfect as I can get it. And then I'm going to tape it down to the shirt. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue to tape down all of the pieces until I have all of the clear HTV covered with my design. Okay, so I have all of my pieces taped down, and yes, I have overly taped it because I did not want no piece to move. So I have a lot of tape on here. I'm sure I wasted a lot, but nevertheless, I have my pieces taped down. I put butcher paper in between my shirt, and I have a piece of butcher paper on my bottom mat. I am going to put butcher paper on top of the image, on top of the design. And I am also going to put a Teflon sheet on top of that. And according to the instructions, I am supposed to press this for 290 degrees for 50 seconds. Okay, so 392 degrees for 50 seconds. Okay, so I am going to let this cool down for a little bit before I unveil it. I'm going to let it cool down for a little bit I'm just going to remove the butcher paper. So let me let this cool down and then I'll come back. Okay, so it's all cooled down now. So now it's time to reveal. Time to reveal. See how everything turned out. Oh, that looks cute. And I like the glossy effect on it. I really do. Okay. Cute, 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 cute. All right. It's cute. It's cute. Okay. That's cute. So, I like it. I like the glossy effect to it. I can see where I didn't quite line up my pieces directly on top of the clear HTV. But that's okay, because we all know that sublimation ink is not going to stay inside of cotton fabric. And so when I wash it, it's going to come out. But overall, I think I like it. What do you guys think? It's cute. With some nice camouflage pants or shorts. Okay? All right, guys. That's all for now. I hope that you were able to follow along with my process. If you like this video and would like to see more, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I will respond back. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.